Hi, I'm Penny, this is Penelope's Pitstop, and in this video we're going to be looking at 6 more Fansells diamond paintings. So, I made a mistake on the last video. I actually ordered 14, not 13. The one that I missed out was Groot, which is a full round. So, what I've done is I've picked 6, and I've picked them for a mix of reasons. Again, I don't know which one is which, but this one's quite a small one. So that might be one of the special diamonds. This is quite a fat one. This is quite a fat one. And this is, it's got lumps in it, so you know, and I want to get one with special diamonds in it, because I've never seen special diamonds. So, and I think also one of this one's actually split at the top, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's something missing. So let's get on with these 6, and then in the last video we'll do the last 5. And then we can do an analysis of them, but maybe it's a return because there's a piece of sellotape over it, so they know it was split. So this is the one that I'm expecting the worst of. So this one is this is the one that they call cats. Now, as you can see, it looks more like the Gremlins. So you've got, is that Gizmo? And I've forgotten his name now, but that's the Gremlin after he gets, no, after he eats after midnight, is it? And obviously if you feed it, I can't remember, I think if you get him wet he pops out eggs, and then if he eats after midnight he turns into that. So there's the boat. It's all been pretty standard so far with the boats, and a very quick look at the diamonds. They look absolutely fine to me. I quite like that one. So this one has got the symbol and the DMC code, so I'm happy in that sense. So let's go to this one. This is 3498 3498. So that means I can keep the spares that are left over. Looking at the symbols look fine. Nice and clear. Obviously I use the symbols and the colours. There's a U but no V. That's the one I struggle with the most, and they're using letters and numbers, and they have got them in order. So you can see they have delete 5, 6, 7. So they've got no 8, 9 or 0, which is not a bad thing, because I hate having 0 and the letter O unless they are completely different colours. It's got a little bit of bending on it, and again it's this plasticky canvas. That doesn't bother me. Some people it may do. And quality I'm really happy with. So obviously when I actually make this I will go into a lot more detail, but for now I'm rather happy. So I'm going to pop this back in the envelope. I'm going to write on the envelope, label it, and then we'll get on with the next one. By the way, if anybody has a favourite so far, I know we're not looking at the last 5, but obviously I need to work on these at some point. So if you all have a favourite that you'd like me to work on, I will obviously pick. I will pick my favourite to begin with. You know, I can't do 2 things at once. Gremlins, Fansells, 30 by 40, round, full. So as I say, if you guys have a favourite, by the time I've made the 3rd video I will have selected my favourite, because obviously I will have started on one before these videos are released. But yeah, tell us your favourite, and perhaps I can work on that one after the next one. My sincere apologies. I did record all of these. Unfortunately, I had a problem with my microphone, so you will actually see for a few designs, you'll see that I've written everything on them. The only options I've got is to do a voiceover or record them from again. So I've decided to record them again. So this is the second one, and this one is called Taurus. So I decided that if I'm going to do a star sign one, I might as well start with my own star sign, and this one's actually quite nice. I do like it. So again, it's a poured glue one. The symbol clarity is actually very good. So I'm having to play with the camera, so I'm rather happy with those. Obviously I will be doing these in more detail on the channel at some point, so I'm not worried about how it actually drills at the moment. This is another one with no DMC numbers on it. You know by now what my thoughts are on that. I feel it's very wasteful, and it comes with a general green boat, one placer, a bit of wax and some baggies. As per most of these seems to be, the drill quality looks very good. Again, we won't know for definite until I actually open it, but my first impressions are very good, apart from the lack of DMC numbers. So this one is called Lion, and I've got it down as a 30 by 40. Sometimes I get these wrong. It's 40 by 30, 40, you know. Same difference really. So this is a picture of two lions. Lots of red in the sky, reds and purples. That's one of the things that drew me in, purple being one of my favourite colours. Whether I'll get bored because it's going to be mostly the same colour, I don't know, but how can you get bored of plastic, of purple? So there's the colour key chart. There's so no DMC numbers on the actual painting, and again it's a poured glue. It looks like it stood the delivery time very well, so that one I'm rather happy with. So standard green boat, placer, baggies, a little bit of wax, and the diamonds have not got DMC numbers on them. You can see that it's got HG469, which is reference to the number there. So again, in that area I'm not too happy, but the drill quality through the bag looks absolutely fine. So I'm happy there. So this one is called Wolf, and it's a 30 by 30. It's a partial. It is a partial, and it's special drills. Dun, dun, dun. So this is my very first unboxing of a special drill ever, and the first thing I notice is that it's only got 10 different types of drill. Being a partial, that doesn't totally shock me. So this is the Wolf, and I rather like that. Obviously a lot of the area excuse me, a lot of the area is not the drill area, hence it's called a partial. And I think my opinion of what I've discovered of a partial is really it's just to emphasize certain areas. So there's a lot of black background, but the diamonds will just emphasize and just give you a basic shape, and I think that looks absolutely spot on. So these are not numbered, however I wasn't expecting them to be numbered, because they are special diamonds. So just for a treat I will open them up, because obviously you don't know what to expect with special diamonds if you've never used them before. Now these are individually bagged, and these look absolutely smashing. So these ones are blue, so that's number 2, that's a plus sign, so they'll go along areas like this, which is obviously blue. You've got number 3 is a red, number 5 is a green, number 9 are stars. It's be interesting to know, and ironically the symbol for number 9 stars is actually a star, whether they've done that by accident. So yeah, I shall enjoy doing this. So I have actually decided that this is going to be my first one of the batch that I'm going to do. I make my videos in advance, so I'm going to be asking you guys which ones you'd like me to do next. However, because of making them in advance, by the time the third video goes out, I would already have started one, and I'm hopeful that this one will be done in time to do a video after the third of this series. So I'm taking the first pick, and I'm going to be doing this special one. And the reason I've chosen this one is my first ever diamond painting was of a wolf. Wolves are one of my favourite subjects, and like I say, my first one was a wolf. I wasn't totally happy with it because I was new to diamond painting, and I didn't realise that a small highly detailed diamond painting just doesn't work. If you've got high detail, you really want a larger one. This is quite a small one, but so it would obviously naturally follow that my first special drills diamond painting would be of a wolf. So I will be working on this one. Probably by the time you've watched the next video next week, I'll already have started on it in real time. But I'll give you guys the choice of the second and subsequent ones. So on to the next one. Now this is called Ugly Woman. It's actually Harley Quinn. It's a 40 by 30 full round. Now I really like this one. Straight away we see we've got DMC codes. The picture's nice. There's so much I love about this. Now the reason I picked this one was because I watch films, and if they're part of a big series, I like to watch all the background ones. Now I've never been into Batman, But obviously this one, Harley Quinn is the girlfriend of the Joker, and obviously the Joker featured a little bit in Suicide Squad, so that led me to watch more involving the Joker, which then led me to watch more involving Batman, which then led me to watch more involving the other villains of Batman, and it's really got me into DC Comics and Marvel Comics and all the films that go with it. But I like Harley Quinn. She's a character that sort of struck out to me. So this is, as all the others have been so far, poured glue. The drill fit, the clarity of the symbols is becoming standard, as in excellent. I'm very happy with this. Now this is actually a third filming. The sound went on both the first two, but when I opened this the second time, where this had been folded, the actual plastic had actually separated, it had come up, and then when you stretched it, it had a big bubble in it. That was never a problem, because all you have to do is just roll this back. You see it's quite staticky, so once you roll it back, you then push it back down again, and that sorts it out. In fact, actually it's pretty much flattened the canvas. What I also did, it didn't fix the problem, well, I wouldn't call it a problem, but it was very, very staticky. So what I actually did was I held it and I banged it against the radiator. Anything metal in the house, so you can't see me banging it against the radiator, anything metal in the house is generally earthed, so any kind of static electricity you can get through that way. I don't know if you've ever touched a radiator or something metal in the house and got an electric shock. That's actually the static electricity discharge. It shouldn't hurt the painting too much by having static, but obviously it's nicer to not have it. I've also heard tricks involving tumble dryer sheets, or those little balls that Lenore do. Then maybe other companies are available. So we have a DMC coating with the table, which makes me happy. And we have the standard boat baggies, a little bit of wax and a single placer. And I'm not going to open these, but I will when I do the actual painting. The drills, as per all the others so far, look fantastic. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So the final one of this video is just called Dog. I prefer to call it Dog and Door. It's a Fansells full round 40 by 30, and this is the painting. So there is the table, no DMC codes on it. So let's have a look at the bags. So we have a standard boat baggies, wax, single placer. These are actually quite exciting when you first get them, but as you can see, you get one with every single painting. Right, so there's no DMC codes on the bag, but the drill quality looks, initial view looks quite good. Again, I stress I will look at these in very detail once I actually come to do the painting. So I can name a couple of people that will like this, because I know they like greens and jades and things like that. So it's a poured glue, and we'll just pull that back because there's an awful lot of creasing on the plastic. So I'm just going to try and get rid of this, and that's really hard to do. So really, ideally I need to pin this down before I do it. Right, there we go, that's got rid of most of the creasing. It's just with the camera and the light, you just won't be able to see the image. You see there where it's still a bit creased. No, it's not a bit creased. It just creates all this light bounce. So that's a really cute picture. The detail isn't amazing. That eye looks quite simple with a little white dot in the middle, but you get the gist of the image. You've got a sad dog peering round the corner. What do you think he's saying? Why am I not involved? I see you cooking, but you don't seem to be cooking for me, and I'm very hungry and I'm going to starve if you don't give me some scraps. I don't know, interpret that however you want, but however you interpret it, it is quite cute, isn't it? I don't normally do cutesy ones, but this is, I can make a very easy exception for this one. So yeah, again, the drill field looks very nice and very clear. I'm liking, I'm sure it's just coincidence, but for an R, they're very similar colours, but the symbols are very different. This one I'm a little bit, that's not too bad. The N's and the M's, they're similar colours, similar, but it is a little bit of difference with the colour. So it's when you start putting U's and V's. See, there's a V there, but there's no U's. I hate U's and V's. They just, with my eyesight, it doesn't work well for me. But yeah, the colour looks different. If you had a U and a V and they were one shade of a colour difference, I would just, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. So this is looking absolutely amazing. I really do like this, and I look forward to doing this one. So don't forget, remember this one if you want me to do it nice and early, because I will be asking you what order to do them in. And the rate that I do diamond paintings, there's enough hair already actually to last me nearly a year. So yeah, I believe that's the last one of this particular batch. So we now have 9 diamond paintings opened, another 5 to go, which will come in the third video, but based on the first 9, I'm very happy with Fansells. One negative is the lack of DMC numbers on some of the diamond paintings, but some of them do. I would like to see that as an industry standard, especially in a world where maybe not so much myself, but a lot of people are a lot more recycle conscious. So we would be able to reuse those diamonds. We can use sites like Got Diamonds UK. So whereas I'm looking at doing customs, spare diamonds will become very invaluable. But obviously Got Diamonds UK or other country equivalents would still be relevant for me, where people can post on Facebook and say, I need this particular colour, and then you can say, yes, I've got that colour, and then you can send your diamonds off to somebody. I've used the service twice, so naturally I'm looking to use the service another 2 times, but as a donator rather than a receiver. So there's little things like that that are extremely important to people. This is a community hobby, and then I can help you, you can help me. That's what makes the world go round. So that's the one negativity I have with Fansells. With regards to the order, one horror story that I heard was that somebody was made a large order, only half of the order came through, and trying to chase the rest of the order took months and months. Fansells had allegedly said, we don't want to send another delivery out. Obviously they don't want to spend more money than they have to, and obviously the customer had said, well, you must, because I paid for this item. I kind of hoped that of the 14 that I ordered, which I think is a larger than average amount to order, I'd kind of hoped that some of the items were not in stock, so that they would either have to send 2 packages or hold my whole order and then send everything once it's all in stock. So I don't know if all 14 happened to be in stock and they sent them out, but I was okay with the delivery time. They told me 10 to 20 days. They didn't tell me if that was actual days or working days, but the order came within 20 actual days. I think it took just about 3 weeks, and I would have accepted 20 days as 4 weeks, but equally I would have, if it comes in less than 2 weeks and 6 days, that to me would be 20 actual days. So really, the actual Fansells I cannot knock from personal experience. The only knocking I have is the design of the diamond paintings, which I suspect Fansells don't make them. They buy them in and they sell them as a reseller. So far 10 out of 10 for Fansells, 9 out of 10 for the diamond paintings. However, we still have another 5 to review, which will be coming in the next video.